here we are in lesson 3, which is the last lesson for module 1, establishing your influence as a leader. At the completion of lesson 3, titled Influencing Others as a Leader, you will be able to use influence techniques to persuade others while avoiding negative use of politics in a given scenario. You understand the importance of influence and have explored techniques you can apply when trying to influence others. Now, how can you apply what you've learned? You can use a 4-step process with an acronym PAMA, P-A-M-A, which embraces all the techniques you already learned. The 4 steps are: 1. Prepare your case. 2. Ask for what you want. 3. Make your case. And 4. Ask for commitment. The scope of these steps is broad and there can be overlap between them. If you face resistance or need to do more work before moving forward with a stakeholder, you may even have to perform some steps more than once. Think of these steps as overarching and apply each as necessary. In the first step, prepare your case. Take the time to define exactly what you want. Clarify your purpose, your position, and objective. This will help you as a leader to be more clear and precise in your discussion with stakeholders, helping you to get what you want. Next, identify the stakeholders you want to influence. These are the people whose help you will need to achieve your objective. You can then prepare responses to anticipated points of resistance from these stakeholders. Understanding their perspectives will help you anticipate how they will respond to your case. Once you've identified the stakeholders, you can ask for what you want. The most important thing to remember in this second step is to be clear. It will also help to create a unifying goal or objective to rally all the stakeholders. Once you are in conversation with a stakeholder, you need to make your case. This is the 3rd step. You can use various techniques that you are now familiar with to make your case, like customize the message, use questions to elicit or focus the discussion, acknowledge opposing perspectives, then move on, use logic and evidence, provide options that people can agree to without compromising their position or dignity. After making your case, move on to the 4th and final step in the process. This is when you ask for commitment. But before you do this, assess each stakeholder's readiness to commit. This will help you decide which approach to take. If you think a stakeholder is ready to commit, simply ask her to confirm her intention and clarify what it is she will be responsible for. There is no need to spend any more time selling your idea. Your time will be better spent with stakeholders who have not yet committed, and you don't want to push committed stakeholders away. If a stakeholder is still hesitant or resistant and not ready to commit, figure out what it will take to gain his commitment. You can continue to use the techniques described in step 3. Make your case to help you with this. In a nutshell, as a leader, you use influence to gain commitment and support for organizational goals. Following the 4 steps can help you do this. The steps are to prepare your case, ask for what you want, make your case, and ask for commitment. PAMA. In lesson 3, you have learned to use influence techniques to persuade others while avoiding the negative use of politics in a given scenario. Lastly, in this module, I covered 3 lessons to fulfill the goal of this module, which is to learn how to use persuasion techniques and positive organizational politics to influence others as a leader. The 3 lessons that were covered are: Lesson 1, techniques for influencing and persuading others. In this lesson, you learn to recognize and classify examples of techniques for influencing people. Lesson 2, influence and organizational politics. In this lesson, you learn to recognize actions that use politics to influence others in a positive way. And lesson 3, influencing others as a leader. In this lesson, you learn how to use influence techniques to persuade others while avoiding the negative use of politics in a given scenario. And we have come to the end of module 1 of this course. Next is module 2. Hope you will find it fascinating. Thanks.